Disclaimer: this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. We are not registered financial advisors. Hello everyone, it's Fun Day Monday, and boy did I wake up with a smile on my face today. Then my smile got a bit bigger, and then my smile disappeared. Let me explain. So first of all, let's check out Strategy's big buy. This week, of course, it was a big buy because Stretch was ex-dividend date last week. So obviously it hit $100 and they essentially sold $2 billion of Stretch shares. If you go to Stretch, you see that it is now surpassed $10 billion in market cap. Last week, it was 8.5. Now it's at 10.3. So it's no surprise to me, everyone, that the latest buy, which was absolutely massive, 24,869 Bitcoin, average price of just under 81,000. So that's $2 billion spent on buying Bitcoin. And most of it, 99% of it, came from issuing Stretch shares. A tiny little bit of it, though, 83 million. 1.95 billion from Stretch, 83 million in selling MSTR common stock. So this is absolutely massive. Strategy now holds 4% of the entire Bitcoin supply. They're back in number one, way past a BlackRock ETF. So 843,000 whatever Bitcoin. But the most important thing is, was this accretive? And the answer is a big yes. You see that the BTC yield increased year to date and even quarter to date. So 9.4 to 12.6, quarter to date 6.3, 9.5. If you look at the Sailor tracker, you could actually see that from this Bitcoin buy was extremely accretive, increased the Bitcoin per share for MSTR shareholders. Of course, Stretch is a very, very good tool to do that. So we went from 213,000 something sats per share to 219,626. You actually see that here. 620, it's 627 here. So I was behind by one here. I don't know why. Probably rounding. They rounded up. So what does this mean? Basically, if you're an MSTR shareholder or an MSTE shareholder that holds MSTR, obviously, and you did not buy more MSTR, you still got more Bitcoin exposure. That's the whole game with Strategy. It's really the Bitcoin per share, increasing Bitcoin per share over time. It might not always be accretive, right? But as long as it's going up quarter to quarter and especially year over year, I'm happy that they're basically doing their job. So yeah, there you go. So that is the buy of the week. Very, very substantial buy, 4% of the total supply. And the reason why I woke up and smiled was because of that big Bitcoin per share increase. Yeah, sorry about that. So I woke up with a smile because of that big Bitcoin buy, which was 100% accretive to shareholders. Then my smile got bigger because I saw the price tank. Bitcoin is down to 76.3 and Strategy was down 8%. Now it's down 7.4. So maybe it's recovering. Hopefully it's not. But then my smile disappeared because I figured that the Canadian stock market is closed today. I can't even buy my weekly MSTE purchase during this beautiful down day. So my smile disappeared. Hopefully tomorrow the volatility stays and the price is still low, but it's just how Bitcoin is, right? I wouldn't be surprised if it jumps back up to 77, 78 and I have to pay a higher price than I could have paid today. So that's why I'm a bit pissed off, but what can you do, everyone? So the accumulation machine continues. Stretch, very, very popular. Of course, now it's under $100 now because, I don't know. My guess is that people are trying to arbitrage this thing. And we know that retail owns 80% of Stretch. So there's a lot of I'm going to be nice here, not as sophisticated retail investors that are probably doing the dividend capture strategy where they're buying it on a day before X date to get the dividend. Then they dump the shares at whatever, and then they do the same thing. So that's why probably Stretch is selling off here, and that's exactly why they want to increase the frequency of the distribution. Their friendly competitor, Strive, that has SATA, went to daily dividend. So we'll see. I'm very curious to see how that plans out. They are now number 9 in the rankings. They're at over 15,000 Bitcoin. So it's kind of strategies, copycat, if you will, at a much smaller scale, obviously. But they have their own ideas and whatnot. So another thing I want to make you aware of, in case you're following, MSTR, or in case you're not and you haven't read the news lately, they did announce to buy back some debt. So it looks like it's going to happen tomorrow, May 19th. So I'm assuming that either A, they're going to sell some Bitcoin to pay down this debt, which is absolutely fine to me. Paying down debt is always a good idea, in my opinion. Or maybe offer MSTR shares. So here it is, available cash reserve. So they have 3 ways of doing it. Maybe they'll do a combination of the 3. Either way, paying down debt makes sense to me. It's always a good thing, right? Either they could issue more. They could use their USD cash reserve, sell some Bitcoin, issue more at the market MSTR shares to pay down the debt. If you don't know what I'm talking about, they do have 8.2 billion of debt from their earlier days. So now they're using Stretch to buy Bitcoin. Before that, and they're still doing it. They've been selling MSTR shares to buy Bitcoin, but they're changing their way in how they buy Bitcoin over time to make it better, make it more efficient. The first strategy that they used was to just issue debt, convertible debt, that they have 8.2 billion. So if you click on debt, you'll be able to see the debt that they raised. This was at the beginning, in the earlier years, when they became a Bitcoin accumulation machine, Bitcoin treasury company. So this is like the least efficient way to borrow money. So they went from this strategy to selling MSTR shares to the preferred shares, which Stretch is the most popular. So they're increasing their efficiency at borrowing money per se, or raising capital, raising money to buy more Bitcoin. So I asked AI about it. So they have like we saw, about 8.2 billion of debt. So they want to purchase or get rid of 1.5 billion of that, and they're gonna do it on the 2029 tranche, if you will, because it has a discount to par value. So what the heck does that mean? Well, if you go to the debt tab, the 2029 tranche is right here. There's about $3 billion of debt on this tranche, and you see that the notional value is 3 billion, but the market value is 2.7 billion. So it's actually trading right now at a discount. So that's the debt, or some of the debt they want to buy back, right? If you just do 2749 divided by 3000 minus 1 times 100, I know the calculation by heart because I do it all the time for split funds. You see that that particular debt is actually trading at an 8.3666% discount. So for me, it makes sense, right? Getting rid of the debt, which Michael Saylor alluded to in the last quarterly earnings call, which I highly recommend you watch. If you own MSTR, if you own MSTE, and it's a fairly sizable position in your portfolio, okay, if it's 1%, that's fine. But if it's like 5, 10, 15% like me, I highly recommend you agree with what the company is doing and you understand what they're doing. But basically, they want to get rid of this $8.5 billion debt. It just strengthens the balance sheet. It actually helps Bitcoin per share as well. And, it gives them a better credit rating, if you will, increasing the chances of getting in the S&P 500, increasing the credit rating of Stretch, getting it more popular, getting more bigger. It just overall long term, remember, this is a long term thing here. It's just going to help MSTR. So, they're going to do that, I guess, tomorrow. We'll see, I guess, next week what they're going to do to buy back that debt, whether it's Bitcoin sales, MSTR sales, or cash sales, or a combination of the 3. So there you go, everyone. Fun day Monday. Massive Bitcoin buy, massive accretion per share, Bitcoin per share, which is great. And now they are number 1. They hold 4% of the entire supply, whereas BlackRock is number 2 at 817,000 Bitcoin. So now they're well ahead. And I wish I could have done my buy today. It's already starting to go back up. I wish I would have bought it at mine. That would have put MST in about the 380, 385 range. But, it's still early. Maybe tomorrow it'll go up. I will be annoyed. But what can you do? Stupid Canadian stock markets on a holiday. So When are we going to 24/7? What is this holiday crap? The market should be open 24/7, in my opinion. But anyway, there you have it, everyone. Your Monday MSTR update. Take care, everyone. See you next time.